There is a version of your paycheck the system hopes you never find. Same job, same salary, same hours. But it keeps tens of thousands of dollars more, legally. The difference isn't how much you earn. It's how many of these moves you know. There are 8 tiers of them. The first one costs nothing. The last one is only ever explained to the rich. Most people think the tax code is a punishment. A wall of rules designed to take a piece of everything you make. It isn't. It's an instruction manual, written for the people who actually read it. Almost no one does. And that single gap between the people who read the manual and the people who don't is worth more than most raises you'll ever get. Every move in this video is real. Everyone is legal. And everyone is sitting in the same code that's supposed to be working against you. We're going to climb all 8 tiers, from the move that costs you nothing but a phone call, to the one billionaires use to pay a lower rate than the people who clean their offices. Each tier unlocks the next. And by the end, you'll know exactly which ones you're already using, and which ones the system was betting you'd never reach. This is every money move they hope you never make. Tier 1, free money on the table. This is the only tier where you don't invest, don't risk, and don't wait. You just claim what's already yours. It starts with the most ignored deal in finance, near the employer match. Your company offers to put money into your 401k every time you do. A common match is 50 cents on every dollar, up to 6% of your pay. That is an instant, guaranteed 50% return. Skip it, and here's what walks out the door every single year. Americans leave billions of dollars of employer match unclaimed every year. Not because they can't afford it, because no one told them it was there. Then there's free money the government already owes you. The earned income tax credit can be worth thousands to a working household. And roughly 1 in 5 eligible people never claim it. Flexible spending and dependent care accounts let you pay for things you already buy, with dollars the taxman never touches. Tier 1 is pure. There is no downside. It is money sitting on the table, waiting for you to pick it up. And once you've taken it, you unlock the next move, keeping the money you already have. Tier 2, stop the bleed. Most people lose money they never see leave. Quiet leaks, draining the same account month after month. Start with where your cash actually sits. The average big bank savings account pays you almost nothing. A high-yield account pays you the market rate on the exact same dollars. On a $10,000 emergency fund, that gap is hundreds of dollars a year. For moving money, you already have to a different account. Next, the fees. Account fees, overdraft fees, fund fees buried in your 401k. A 1% fund fee can quietly eat a quarter of your returns over a lifetime. 1% sounds like nothing. Over 30 years, it's a fortune. Then there's the move almost no one makes. They just ask. A single call can lower a credit card rate, kill an annual fee, or drop a subscription. The companies count on you never picking up the phone. None of this is investing. It's just refusing to bleed. And every dollar you stop losing is a dollar the next tier can put to work. Tier 3, the account ladder. Here's the secret the wealthy understand and most people miss. It's not just what you invest in, it's the account you invest through. The same fund in the right account can grow completely tax-free. There's an order to climb the ladder, and it matters. First, the 401k, at least up to that free match from Tier 1. Then the Roth, you pay tax on the seed, never on the harvest. Decades of growth, and you owe nothing when you finally take it out. Then the quietest weapon in the entire code, the health savings account. It is the only account on earth that is taxed 3 separate times at 0. Tax-free going in, tax-free growing, tax-free coming out for medical costs. Stack those accounts in order, and the tax drag on your money collapses. Same contributions, same market. The only difference is the wrapper. And when you earn too much for a Roth, there's a legal side door. The backdoor and mega backdoor Roth move money the front door won't allow. Perfectly within the rules, just not advertised. Tier 3 is where your money stops being taxed for moving and starts compounding for keeps. Tier 4, the deductions they don't mention. A deduction lowers the income you're taxed on. A credit is even better. It's a dollar knocked straight off the bill. And the system is full of both that simply go unclaimed. The Savers Credit pays lower earners just for funding their own retirement. Education credits hand money back for tuition most families overpay on. Student loan interest, educator costs, and an HSA contribution all come off the top, even if you never itemize a single thing. And that's the real decision most people get wrong. Standard deduction or itemize, you take whichever is larger. Most should take the standard, but the ones with a mortgage and donations often shouldn't. And they leave the bigger number on the table out of pure habit. There's also a timing move the wealthy use called bunching. Push 2 years of donations into one, itemize big, then take the standard the next year. Same generosity, same dollars, a bigger deduction. Tier 4 is reading the manual line by line and taking every line that's yours. Tier 5, make your money invest itself. The first 4 tiers were about keeping money. This one is about growing it without watching a screen or picking a single stock. The move is the index fund. You buy the whole market in one click. Over time, that simple basket beats the vast majority of professional stock pickers. Lower fees, less guessing, and you stop trying to be a genius. Then the real engine takes over, compounding. $500 a month, left alone, can become $750,000. The curve barely moves for years, then it explodes. The way you win that game is to remove yourself from it. Automatic transfers every payday before you can spend it. The investors who do nothing almost always beat the ones who do too much. And there's one advanced move that turns a loss into a tax break. Tax loss harvesting. You sell what's down, book the loss on paper, and use it to shrink the tax on everything that's up. Tier 5 is the last move you can make with a paycheck alone. Above it, the rules change. Because above it, you stop being only an employee. Tier 6, property and leverage. Real estate is where the tax code stops being generous and starts being absurd. Start with the home almost everyone already dreams of owning. Sell your primary home at a profit, and a huge slice of that gain is tax-free. Up to $500,000 of profit for a married couple, taxed at 0. Then comes house hacking. Buy a place with 2 units, live in one, and let the tenant in the other pay most of your mortgage. You buy it with a low-down owner-occupied loan a pure investor can't get. Now the strangest gift in the code, depreciation. The government lets you deduct your building wearing out. Even in years, it actually goes up in value. A property that pays you cash can show a loss on paper and shield that income from tax. And when you sell, there's a move to never pay the bill at all. The 1031 exchange, roll the gains straight into the next property, and the tax is deferred again and again, potentially forever. Tier 6 is where leverage and the tax code start working for you at the same time. But the biggest moves are still locked behind one more door, owning a business. Tier 7, become a business. An employee is taxed on what they earn, then they spend what's left. A business spends first and is taxed on what's left. Flipping that one order is the single biggest shift in the entire code. It starts the moment you have real self-employed income. Choose an S corporation and you split that income into salary and distribution. The salary pays the 15% self-employment tax, the distribution doesn't. On $100,000, that split can save thousands every year. Then the business owner's bonus, the qualified business income deduction. Up to 20% of your business profit simply erased before tax. Then the moves that sound made up but are written in the law. Rent your own home to your own business for up to 14 days a year. And that rental income is completely tax-free to you. Put your kids on payroll for real work and pay them in untaxed dollars. A solo 401k lets a single owner shelter far more than any employee can. Tier 7 is the line where the tax code flips from your enemy to your tool. And above it sits the final tier, the one almost no one has ever shown. Tier 8, the Billionaire Playbook. At the very top, the goal isn't to earn income. It's to never have income the system can tax in the first place. The strategy has a name: buy, borrow, die. Step 1, buy assets that grow and never sell them. Step 2, borrow against those assets to fund your life. A loan isn't income, so a loan isn't taxed. They live on debt secured by a fortune they never touch. Step 3, and this is the part that should be illegal but isn't. When they die, the heirs inherit the assets at today's value. The step up in basis erases a lifetime of gains. The tax simply vanishes. That's how the richest people can pay a lower true rate than a nurse or a teacher. Investigations have put the very richest near 3% for years at a time. Around it all sit trusts, foundations, and donor funds. Structures that move wealth across generations almost untouched. Tier 8 isn't a different effort. It's a different set of rules. The same manual, open to the pages, most people never know exist. 8 tiers, 8 sets of keys. And notice what happened as we climbed. The moves didn't get more illegal, they got more hidden. Not because the rules are secret, no más, but because the people they benefit are the ones who wrote them. The tax code is not a punishment. It's an instruction manual for the people who read it. 90% never open it. You don't have to reach Tier 8 to win. Most people are leaving free matches, free credits, and free accounts untouched. Moves from the very first tier. So the real question isn't how much you make. It's how many of these moves you're actually making. Next time on the money tier, every tax loophole the wealthy use ranked. The ones that are legal, the ones that are abused, and the ones about to close. This was every money move the system hopes you never make. Subscribe to the money tier. Where do you really stand?